I started organizing unions here more than 100 years ago, I had one clear focus, and that was to help the working people. And especially the immigrants. Maybe you didn't know, but we had about 27 languages spoken here. That was fine with the mine operators and the mine owners because they knew that the men couldn't get together and organize unions if they couldn't speak to one another. But they had a council that they worked with, and each member of the union council could speak English as well as an ethnic language. They'd make their plans in the council, and then they would go back and explain to their ethnic groups what they were doing, and so it worked out. Cooperation, not division, was the answer for them.
What happened to the families who were on strike?
They were not treated very well. They were evicted from their company-owned houses, and all up and down this Front Range in this September of 1913, when it was rainy and a little bit of snow and very cold, they threw the people out, threw out their mattresses, their clothing, and just to show you the magnitude of this event, more than 9,000 children were evicted, and the families had to live in tents all through that winter. And while they were working, I was traveling the country because they were on strike. And they didn't have an income coming in. And the strike went on for almost 15 months. And do you know, I raised $2 million in this little 82-year-old woman.
So, who was Sheriff Jeff Farr?
He was the sheriff at the time, and he gradually acquired more power and more power until he said he was the ultimate authority. He called himself King Farr. And he worked with the mine operators to have control over the coal miners. He went into business with them. Actually, Farr was an owner or part owner of more than 60 businesses here, including brothels, the wholesale liquor business, the saloons, newspaper. And he had fences around the coal camps when they were operating, and he would allow only certain people to go in when there was an election. So only certain people would vote for him. So he tried his best to have control here.
I read somewhere that you were actually in a jail cell in the county at one point. Is that true?
Yes. He thought I was too dangerous. In fact, I was called the most dangerous woman in America at the time because I was trying to organize unions. And so he stuck me in a cell in the basement of the courthouse for most of the month to keep me away from the miners. Actually, what he did was illegal, and when he was called on it, he finally let me go. He was eventually, after the strike was over, was brought before the Colorado Supreme Court, and they proved fraud against him. And later, a congressional investigation proved more abuses went on under FAR because he felt really that no one could touch him.
There's nothing like that going on now in Huerfano County. Many of the immigrant miners' grandchildren and great-grandchildren are prominent businessmen and leaders of the county today. So why are you back?
Well, I hear that you have a national leader that has some of the same ideas of power, that he pulls close to him the people who are loyal to him. He gets rid of the officials who disagree with him. He's against the immigrants, no matter how much they contribute to this country. And so that's what worries me. I'm sorry to say that in Sheriff Farr's time, he and the Colorado National Guard and the mine guards and so forth used violence. They used bullets to take care of the situations. I am so glad that today, if we want to make a change in power, we can use the ballot box. Turn out for the election.